Hi, everyone, and welcome to yet another amazing episode of All About Music Videos. It's your girl, uBongekile. Yay! So, what we do here in this show, we talk about music videos, specifically music videos that we love, okay? I will not waste my time talking about a music video that I do not like. So, when we bring music videos here, we analyze them, we talk about why we love them, why they move us, and yeah, we just analyze all in good spirits. We do criticize here and there to say, okay, you know what? Maybe they could have done this to better this or that, but it's all in the name of love and it's all in good spirits. So, yes, let's get into today's episode. So, today we'll be talking about the music video of Mina Nawe by Kelly Khumalo featuring Mondli Ngcobo. Okay, and before I get into that music video, I think I want to talk just about Mondli as an individual because he's also an artist, right? He also makes his own music, and I feel like he's an amazing producer. I really enjoy his music. I enjoy his voice, um, and I think I'm not gonna jump on the train of comparing him to Kelly's previous producer, okay? But I just wanted to say I think I really enjoy the team that Kelly and Mondli are. I just wanted to take this time to say I feel like they make a great team on a musical level. Of course, they make a great team. I can't think of a song that I've listened to Eka Kelly that has Umondli as the producer that I didn't like. It's very hard to not like a song. When I was listening to Emma Wayne, I was just like, yo, the song is amazing. And then you listen to another song, it's like, yo, this song is actually giving, right? And like reading your guys' comments every time she releases her music videos, you guys make me laugh because you guys are like, ah, I love the song so much, favorite song. And then she drops another one, favorite song. Guys, as long as there's Umondli, it's gonna be a favorite song because they really are that good together, Um, Also, I'm not a fan of reality shows, but I think if you guys have watched Kelly's show and you guys have seen how hard they work with Umondli, it's not a surprise that they always release such good music, okay? It's not a surprise. It gets tense, it gets heated sometimes, like Bakabana and stuff like that, and then they get it right, and then it's that whole situation, all for the music, all for me and you. And I just wanted to take the time to appreciate Umondli for the great producer that he is, and also to appreciate obviously Ukeli for the great musician and vocalist that she is. And I feel like together they make an amazing team. Great. Coming to the music video, by the way, I'm analyzing from YouTube, right? So if they've released on different platforms and on different platforms they have different numbers to what I'm gonna say, don't kill me, don't beat me. This is me analyzing from YouTube, okay? So it was released on the 24th of May, 2024, which is basically 18 days ago. So that's going for like close to 3 weeks. So far, they've got 51,636 views, 1.8 thousand likes. Okay. Um, this music video, okay, mostly it's very conceptual. I think I've been doing a whole lot of conceptual music videos of late. I need to go back to my storytelling music videos, but yes, this music video is very conceptual, meaning there's no particular storyline that they're going with. They're just going with a concept and expanding on that. Okay. Um, so basically what the music video looks like, it looks amazing, guys. There's like waterfalls, there's forests, there's a part where we sing Umondli stand like in this beautiful green forest, and like there's this waterfall situation going on that looks great. The skies are blue and clear, the flowers are blooming, the butterflies are spreading their wings and preparing to fly. It's just a feel good music video. You watch the music video and you feel good because it looks good, okay? And everything's just bright and colorful. There's nothing to not love about the music video, okay? It's giving exactly everything it should be giving. So it's giving love, it's giving romance, it's giving, I'm in a good headspace. So Mina Nawe obviously is a love song. She says Mina Nawe sizophila impilo ende, njengololiwe. So like I said, because this is not storytelling, we're not expecting to see uloliwe, an actual loliwe. She's just making reference to uloliwe, so we don't see trains anywhere. She's just saying that we are going to live a long life together, you know. It's communication between lovers. um but the music video is a great music video because I feel like even if you're single, it still makes you feel good. It's not I can't relate to this. Like, I don't think there's ever been a single person that doesn't relate to a love song, or like, like, I feel like music's just music, whether you're single or you're not single or whatever. I'm thinking of Saul Penduka when he said, if you're not a married woman, even if you're a chola, you're still single, according to Home Affairs. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is it's just a feel good music video. Um, and it's beautiful like that, you know? The reason I want to pause a bit there where I said it's giving exactly everything it should be giving, I then start thinking to myself, um, do we expect a lot from romantic relationships, right? And this is me moving slightly away from the music video. We'll come back to it. The reason I say so is because, like I said, this music video, it's not giving, it's not giving, it's not raining, it's not gloomy, it's not boring, it's not dull, it's bright. The flowers are flourishing and blooming. Everyone's just at their best. And I say it's giving everything it's supposed to be giving. And I'm starting to wonder if we have very high expectations when we step into relationships. I'll make an example. I feel like with ourselves, even perfectionists, you get to understand your own flaws, right? Like, you know your mistakes, and so you just like, if you do something, if you always get A plus, and then this one time you get a B, you hate yourself, but then you find a way to talk yourself out of that. You find a way to be kind to yourself. You find a way to actually try to understand what was the cause of you getting the B instead of the A plus. You understand? You have a way of applying grace and mercy to yourself, right? If you and your friend were supposed to meet up for a lunch date, and of late, let's say she started a new job and she's just trying to settle in, and of late she can't make your lunch dates and stuff, and she keeps postponing or she keeps canceling, there's that grace you can extend to your friend to say, okay, you know what, I kind of understand. It won't always be like this. She's gonna find her feet, and at some point, if we used to always meet on Tuesdays, maybe we'll just have to meet on Saturdays or Fridays or whatever alternative day. If a parent um goes through something, you just have a way of finding your grace, like finding grace for them. You don't I think it takes long for you to give up on yourself. It takes long for you to give up on a friend or a family member, you know? But I feel like we find it very easy to want to throw in the towel when it's a lover. It's like, oh, he didn't do this, I want to leave. At the first, I don't want to say first try or what, but like when they do it for the first time, I mean, it's great, guys. Don't get me wrong. Standards are necessary. You need to know what you want, what you're going to settle for, what you won't settle for, what you'll accept and what you won't. But I feel like in this day and age that we're in now, in the age of not needing each other, which is also a great era. I love it for us. We're career people, we're chasing the bag, we're securing the bag, we want trips, we want money, we want to be great in our families. But like, we're not understanding that with lovers, it's kind of like the same thing that's needed. Like, you're gonna need to apply some grace here and there. And I'm wondering if I would have loved this music video the same had we seen gray days, gloomy days, rainy days. Because love is not always going to make you feel that mushy. Love is not always going to make you feel like, yay, he's the best person on the planet, or yay, she's the best person on the planet. I feel like we live in an age now where married people especially are very open, in talking about their relationships. I feel like the fantasy that we have in our mind is great. It's good for us to want the romance and everything, the consideration to be worth the convenience. But at the same time, when you guys live together, especially for so long, nizodigana, guys. And I think that's a reality that none of us want to tap into or acknowledge. So yeah, that's just that. It was just a question to say, do you guys feel like we're now in a stage where we're just expecting too much from people, and not too much to say they shouldn't pull their socks up, but like some sense of unrealisticness, and like not having enough grace and mercy towards our partners, of which I feel like maybe they are the people who need more grace and mercy because we weren't raised together, we weren't in the same house. It's one thing for ba because you guys have the same things, like you guys were taught the same things, like both of you guys know that you can't sleep without washing the dishes, both of you guys know that you can't sleep without having ironed this and that, and then you meet this human being who was raised totally different from you, but then you guys decided to try this thing out, and then it's like there's no mercy in like them not understanding, trying to adapt to your way of doing things, or even you when you're trying to adapt to their way of doing things. It's like you guys lack mercy somewhere, somehow, and grace and understanding. But anyway, guys, I'm not a relationship therapist yet, but like that was just my take. Coming back to the music video, yes, I was saying everything is at its most nourished form. And I think then putting aside, I want to contradict myself a little bit now, or maybe not necessarily contradict, but to put another perspective, right? I know I said what I just said, but with everything being at its most nourished form, we're also at the era of talking about healthy relationships, right? I think we're more open now about healthy relationships because that way we are able to identify toxic relationships and vice versa. People are now talking about the toxic relationships that they've found themselves in so that they don't repeat the same mistakes going forward, right? So what I'm trying to say is there's the thing of, let me put it this way. As a person, we've got so many, as people rather, we've all got different aspects to us, right? There's the spiritual me, there's my emotions that I need to put into consideration, there's my mental health, there's my physical health, there are my finances, there's my career maybe, I have all these things that I'm responsible for, and those things in return are also responsible for me. And so, same for the romantic relationships, or even not so romantic relationships you find yourself in, right? When you have friends and family and lovers, I think also, especially because now we're just talking about healthy relationships throughout, when you have a toxic parent and you're just like, this is a toxic parent, this is a parent that's not toxic, or this is a toxic friend, this is a friend that's not toxic. And same with the lovers. So we are in the era of identifying what's good and what's not good for us. And overall, what we are trying to say is that when you find yourself in a healthy relationship with yourself, with the people around you, you should be flourishing. You understand? You should be. When I saw this music video and I saw Mondli standing by that foresty area with the waterfall, like it just reminded me of, for those of us who are religious or like who grew up in faith-based homes and were taken to churches and stuff, there's that verse in the Bible, I think it's in Psalms, where it talks about when you trust in God, or when you dwell in Jesus and stuff like that, like uzofana like a tree, you'll be like a tree that's planted by the waters that won't be affected by the different seasons, because you're just there by the water. You always, so what I'm trying to say is like, it just gave me that vibe to say, maybe that's what they're trying to show us, what a relationship should look like overall, regardless of the seasons you find yourself in. Because you guys are not always going to feel like you guys are best of lovers or best of friends, but you guys should always find a way to be each other's safe space. You understand? So it's like, I think in a way they're trying to show us that in this day and age, for everyone, it's just advisable to find yourself in relationships that pour into you as much as you pour into them, relationships that water you as much as you water them, um, may, relationships that challenge you for the better, relationships that make sure that you are nourished and well fed, and like just so you can always bloom every time. So for me, that's what I made of this music video, to say, okay, maybe they're not just talking about the unrealistic standards of us always wanting the romance, but just when overall as a person. I've seen that. I think there was a time in high school where I felt like there was this couple, right? There was this couple, and there was this girl that we couldn't talk to. Like, she was just there. She was just her own person. Um, like we did not know her well enough to judge her to say she's mean or what, because she was just there, and she got into a relationship with this guy, and we saw the changes, which was weird. It's like we're not part of the relationship, but we could see what being in a relationship with that guy was doing for her, you know. She started being more open to people. She started talking. She started engaging more in conversations, and we actually realized she's actually a cool girl, and she can actually, she's actually funny. I think that was another thing. It's like, oh my, I did not know this girl was funny, you know. Fast forward to varsity as well. There was this other girl again, and she was not so nice. You know, she was like a really mean girl, and for lack of a better word, she came across as a girl who, I don't want to say she had no brains, but she came across as who could not think for herself, like someone who was always led um, by her friends, and like her friends, obviously the gang was not a great gang and stuff. Long story short, she was in a relationship with this guy, and all of a sudden we would see that this guy was like challenging her on an academic level. We started seeing her make the thing, because I feel like for her it was all fresh and stuff. She was copying a lot from the guy. So we could all tell that, oh, okay, she's copying from her boyfriend, but it was a start. She was now able to make decisions. She was now able to say, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And I think it's beautiful to see that in people sometimes. It's like, you guys can just be in a relationship, just the two of you guys, but we are seeing the things, like we are seeing the changes and the effects that the relationship have on you guys, which is really, really beautiful. And I think that's what love should do. Like, I'm not saying when you're in love now greet everyone and stuff. Like, if you just don't like people, you just don't like people, it's okay. But sometimes when you are in an amazing relationship, we can see it. We see by how it has changed you as a person, you know. Be it the guy or the girl, we see the changes sometimes when you are in a healthy relationship that gives you a voice, a relationship that allows you to be you, a relationship that allows you to be secure and stuff like that, you know. um in closing, guys, oh yes, there's a part where Kelly's holding a flower or a rose that's in flames. I would assume that symbolizes the spark that you guys always want in your relationships, I would assume. Yeah, big ups to the director, big ups to the people who are in charge of the costumes or the wardrobe and the makeup, you know. I like the outfits. I like the one where Kelly's wearing a pink dress. That one is amazing. And I like that two-piece that Mr. Mondli is wearing. Yeah, that one, proper, proper. I like the location, of course. Like I said, it's giving everything natural, it's giving everything flowery, everything great, you know. The props were amazing. And the lyrics, like I said, because this was not a storytelling music video, I can't find faults between, like, any correlation between the lyrics and the music video, because they weren't meant to correlate with the kind of music video they were going for. And the video quality is just okay with too. I think the video quality is just okay. I just, like, I always say, when it comes to the video quality, that I judge from, if I were to watch this in the next 5 to 10 years, does it look like it was something that was released 2 weeks ago? Like, I know it sounds kind of unfair because technology keeps advancing, and in the next 5 to 10 years we'll have better cameras and stuff, but like, it still needs to look like it can last a lifetime. I've watched music videos that were released 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, it still looks good. Or, yeah, it looks, you know, somewhat. So I feel like, yeah, maybe it can make it to the next 5 years looking that great. I'm not so sure about the next 10 years. But overall, it's a great music video. I think everything together, out of 10, I'll give them a solid, I think a solid 8 is too high. Maybe I'll give them a solid 7, right? But anyway, Thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for borrowing me your ears, your time, your eyes, your everything just to come and listen to what I have to say. Thank you so much. Until I see you again on the next episode. Bye.